from Nissan Stadium in Nashville, Tennessee. It's a special prime-time edition of the NFL on EA Sports.
Randy Bullock has us all set, and we are underway from Nashville, Tennessee. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. Leading him out in his 10th NFL season now from Texas A&M, Ryan Tannehill. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Second down and 7. A handoff, it's Ekeler. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the give, this is Ekeler. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Rashaan Evans out of Alabama had the tackle defensively.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Now a 2nd down and 6. Going on the ground with Ekeler. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
Running on 1st down, Ekeler takes to midfield, but no further, just a yard there.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
From the 50, it's Tannehill. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Now, how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
Let's go. That's 20.
On 1st down, it's Tannehill. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Like that. Like 20.
Looking to throw again on second down. Tannehill to the right side and complete to Jefferson. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
It doesn't matter where on the field he is. Even down here in the red zone, he is still slippery with the ball in his hands. And he was almost able to work his way into the end zone. Instead, they'll have to settle for 1st and goal, but they'll take it.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Harris. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. And one of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you could darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
Eckler. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
3rd and goal, option right. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Ryan Tannehill. Fine work there on the touchdown run. And the Chargers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Solid finish to the opening drive. And look, when you get down around the goal line, you have to account for his legs. We saw it right there.
Yeah, that's the added dimension to the offense, isn't it? Remember what the offensive line coach told us earlier this week? I told my guys, he's going to run it. We have to make sure he stays protected and give him an opportunity.
Evan McPherson now for the PAT. And the Chargers grab the 7-0 lead. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone. Long now will kick it away following the touchdown. On the return, Dontrell Hilliard. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. So here are the Titans now for their first drive. They're led out by the NFL's MVP from 2019, now in his 4th season out of Louisville, Lamar Jackson. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. He's able to break through one tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Running from the gun with Henry. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And the defense, they'll spread the field, a dime package here on 3rd and 12. Here's Jackson. He dumps it off for Henry. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 4, not enough, and it looks like punt time on their opening drive as it's 4th down. On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. He'll send this up into the Nashville skyline, and it's a good one. Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal. Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Tannehill. That's complete to Austin Eckler, the running back. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So the completion results there in 9 yards, and that'll make it 2nd and short. Here is Eckler. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sack back at the 38. The sack by T.J. Watt, or as his mother Connie calls him, Trent Jordan Watt. Well, they sent him on the blitz from that linebacker spot, and boy, he got there quickly.
He certainly did, and obviously he could have used a block from his running back, but I think you nailed it right there. The defender got into the backfield so fast, it's hard for anyone to react.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the first down sack. Tannehill. It's caught here by Adams.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Chargers on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 10. Now Tannehill. On the screen, this is Eckler. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Tannehill. The tight end, Kittle, has it on the left side. And the Chargers are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he fights his way in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. Well, we have seen the stiff arm get a bit of renaissance here in recent seasons, and that was pure strength there as he forced his way into the end zone.
And when you think of guys who use the stiff arm so effectively, I go back to guys like Earl Campbell, Walter Payton, some recent guys like Marshawn Lynch. Let's go to the Wayback Machine. Bronco Nagurski, he dealt out a wicked stiff arm.
McPherson now for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it's Austin Eckler who finishes things off with a touchdown run. Long now will kick it away following the touchdown. And Hilliard will elect to not return it. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. A good gain on first. Has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Running left, it's Henry. And this is going to be a Titans first down as the tackle made it about the 43-yard line.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. They go play action now. Jackson. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good grab there by the former Central Michigan man, Antonio Brown.
And he ate up some real estate on the catch too, didn't he? I think the most impressive part of it, though, if there's a chance for him to get the football, even though he was covered well, he somehow finds a way to get it.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. Throwing is Jackson. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And we were down on the field watching Henry warm up before the game. He's a big man. No wonder he breaks those tackles.
And you remember what I told you when we were watching? It's not all pads. I mean, you get him out of pads and just see him in a regular suit or an outfit. He is a huge human being and a lot faster than what people know. When he gets rolling, he's a lot to bring down.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. From the gun, it's Jackson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. A give to Henry. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Jackson now. Steps away. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Lamar Jackson, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Titans have made this a 1-score game. Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with the touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone. And that's exactly what he did there.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This is Tony Pollard. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Austin Ekeler and the Charger offense reclaim center stage. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive maybe. Now a timeout being called as there's an injured Titan down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. On second down, Ekeler gets around him, and they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 48 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there, and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. Two of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
Here we go. Waiting!
On 1st and 10, Tannehill. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Newton. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense. We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Tannehill on 1st down. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Jackson. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And on that one, with 6 defensive backs, did he need to be more careful throwing the football? I mean, I guess obviously in hindsight he did, but...
Yeah, hindsight, but even in foresight, when you got 6 defensive backs on the field, you just know you're going to get multiple coverages. You're never sure what you're going to see. But the biggest one is you don't have much reaction time for your receivers to go get the football, because those guys, they're the best cover guys on the field. They go get it. And on that play, they took it the other way for 6 points.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied here in the second quarter. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Now Pollard. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And some room to roam now. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. 84 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
On the ground, it's Eckler. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll try the right side with Eckler. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Tannehill. This one caught by Kittle. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 12-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Now a first down throw, Tannehill. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Newton. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Now a first carry for their fullback.
I don't know about you, partner, but on 2nd and inches, a lot of the times I'm leery about the offensive guys thinking about taking a shot downtown. Instead, they just hand it to the big man and let him rumble forward for a first down.
They'll try to run with Harris. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Damian Harris punching it in from a yard away. And the Chargers have taken the lead. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
And McPherson on for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So that drive 7 plays in length. And it was Damian Harris who finished things off with a touchdown run. Long now will kick it away following the touchdown. And Hilliard will elect to not return it. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Now Jackson on first down. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Behind the chains, 2nd and 13. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Uchenna and Nwosu got the sack there.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far, so maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely, and that sack finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. First and second down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Here's Brett Kern now as he's on to punt for Tennessee. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Austin Eckler and the Charger offense reclaimed center stage. He's in his zone, second quarter, already closing in on a 100-yard game.
And that's the magic number for a running back. Anytime you get to that triple digits, that's all you're looking for. But he's got a chance to really exceed that in this one.
Yeah, he does. That's been the gold standard for a long time, hasn't it, that 100-yard mark?
It really has, and that never has to shift because it's in a game. It's a 1,000-yard mark. I'm wondering, since we've gone from 12 to 14 to 16 games, maybe we need to up that a little.
So we have reached halftime, intermission with the visiting Chargers on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man